Aloha from Kilipohe, Keikani Aloha. A little bit updates here. These pohina hinas, I guess they kind of flow out on the ground, so they're growing pretty good. More papaya trees over here. Yesterday we went to the county mulch. You get free mulch from the county for usually about a week of a month, and it's basically all of the green waste that is collected at the transfer stations, and then they grind it up and age it. It smells a little like manure, but it's supposed to be really good stuff. So we cut a bunch of guava trees down, and these are all chipped up guava trees underneath there, and some other logs and stuff, but then there's a bunch of mulch in on top of there. So we're gonna use that for a bed here. Papaya trees are growing. Olena is blossoming. We have 4 or 5 Olena blossoms now. Turmeric. Gotta run the mower today. We did a lot of work yesterday to kind of cut back some of these guava trees, and just at the right height to kind of provide a barrier. But you see how they kind of end up leaning over, which is not good. They'll just fall over if you don't cut them back. But I think eventually we'll get all of these guava out of the canopy area. We'll be able to have just the ohia trees up there. So, in other news, the electricians have been here, and we now have a 200 amp capable cable that runs to the house. Their little wire system there, and a 200 amp shut off down here. And cable. That's 3 cable wires, a couple of ground rods. We have outlets. That they were here for 4 days total. The first day 2 guys came. Second day 2 guys came. And the third day 6 guys came. And the fourth day 4 guys came. So they were really wiring the crap out of the house. But we have all our recessed light cans in. Those are not cans, but they're power supplies for LED lights. And so we'll have 16 recessed lights in here, 8 on a living room circuit, and 8 on the kitchen circuit, and a couple of big dimmers. And we have a platform for the ceiling fan there, platform for the ceiling fan there, one in here as well. And we have the window or the pocket door hardware installed for the bathroom, and it's soft open and soft close. So if you close it, when it hits that thing, it just does a real soft close, and then it does the same thing on the open. Did a little work on the shower. We were going to put a bench here that kind of went in an L-shaped fashion, but then after reading a little bit on the internet, we decided to use a teak bench instead, so it can be put in and removed. And we're kind of thinking about doing a glass block wall separator instead of a solid glass panel. It'll be open. There won't be any door there. So yeah, the electricians are finished. They got the panel in. Of course, there's no breakers in it yet. Got cable TV here. This will be where the internet goes to. Got cable TV on the living room wall, and we got cable TV in the master bedroom too. So, and then in the back, we got a new set of stairs, which are not complete, but you can kind of come straight out here and go down the steps into the backyard. We ran into some materials issues, so I have to go and get another 2x12 for the treads, bottom tread, and another 4x4 for up there. And on the side of the house, you have a new little concrete slab here for the pressure tank, water system pressure tank, and whatever else we need there. The UV filter and the particulate filters will probably go right here. And then these were left over from the pour for the foundation, and I just put them there so we can have some place to put propane tanks when we do that. I'll probably throw some more base course in it. That one I had to raise up with base course to put in there. The only bad thing is now we can't back the trailer all the way in here. So when we bring in mulch for this area here, we're going to have to bring it in the poly cart. So that's today's project, is getting 3 yards of mulch and filling this up. So with the mulch that we got yesterday, we moved the breadfruit tree, the ulu, up here onto the hill, and he looks like he's doing okay with it, not wilting too much. He's got new branches which have come out, and it looks pretty good. Got a couple little burns on some leaves. I don't know what happened there, but this is a big lava crack. This goes down about 5 feet. You can see it goes in underneath there and comes up over here to the base of this ohia tree. So we filled the whole thing, and it comes down over here too. Filled the whole thing with mulch deep down in there, and then set this on top of it. So he has plenty of stuff to grow into there, and a water system and everything else. So I think it should be okay. It's October and we still don't have any tomatoes. Although the tomato plants are looking pretty good. These ones, this is how Ollie's experiments. You just cut a slice of tomato and then put it in the ground, and they all look pretty good. So, but the good thing about being in Hawaii is we're not going to get any frost, that's for sure. So if we get any tomatoes, we get them. Otherwise, we just have plants. More work over here. Trying to get all of these rocks out of this area, the bigger rocks, so we can more easily weed whack in here and clean up. We put in a bunch of mulch here. This was the site of this big albizia tree that got pushed over by the bulldozer. So it's still in there. There's a couple of albizias growing back in there. I got to go back and kill them off. Moved a kukui nut tree over here, and rainbow plumeria is over here too. So we got, you know, a foot of mulch or so underneath them, and then a nice ring around them, so hopefully it'll be okay. The mulch from the county, it does have a little bit of plastic and metal, different stuff, rocks, so it's not perfect stuff, but it's better than, you know, running the chipper to get this stuff. There was a piece of metal I put over here. Running the chipper to get mulch is kind of a pain, so I do want to try to get it from the county. What else back here? Not much. Oh, I got a hood for Tommy at the dump. It's the wrong brand, but I'm hoping it'll at least go on there. We had 11 yards of base course delivered. This will go for, I had him dump it here, so you know, by the time we scrape it off and rake it out, this will be flatter again. It's just so much nicer to walk on base course than it is to walk on these boulders. And we're going to use it here as well to flatten out this this area, which is where the water catchment is going to go. So we got some work to do there. Well, the polycarts is down. The tire went flat. A tube burst in the tire, and I had to take it apart. But we do have a lot of little grass growing. I threw some grass seed around here and just spread it around. I didn't bother raking it in or anything. It's Bermuda grass. We're just going to kind of let it grow wild. Hopefully we can get it to where we can mow it. Should get some more cinder in here, but it's about $700 for 32 yards of cinder, and I'm not sure if that's a good investment or not. This area here I've been spreading more bouldery rock into, and smaller, 3-inch rock into here to try and, I don't know, improve the drainage somehow. I don't know if that's going to do any good or not, but this whole area fills up with water. When it rains really hard, it just fills up. In fact, I think there's probably still a pond over here. Yeah, you can see this water sitting here. It's probably full of mosquitoes. But there's not much to be done for it. It seems as though throwing rock into it at least displaces the water enough that that it encourages it to flow down. But I don't know that it's a good long-term solution, because eventually this will all just get full of dirt and then the water it'll sit on top. So I don't know, I'm thinking maybe some filter fabric in here, and on top of that, and then cover it over with cinder or soil or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we stand now. Trying to get the plumber in here, but he's been non-communicado lately. Electrical rough-in's all done. The plumbing in. Start doing some painting. Get the framing inspection done, and the electrical and plumbing rough-in inspection done, and then we can move on to drywall. So I think that's all for today. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It was raining many days, but now it's cleared right up. So aloha.